loser. You basically put your entire team on the trade block, and now that you didn't trade them, you have to turn around, go into the locker room, and say, "All right, guys, time to make the playoffs." Great job, Magic Johnson. Even better job, Rob Pelinka, and great passive aggressiveness by LeBron James. Here's my problem with LeBron the last couple of years, and it is starting to be exemplified here in La La Land because he doesn't have any transcendent players with him yet, a la Kevin Love or Kyrie Irving. I wouldn't call Kevin Love transcendent, but he was an established veteran all-star who understood his role at the time. None of these guys are ready to win. And at 34 years old, LeBron doesn't feel like teaching them how to win.
Yeah.
That's where I have a problem with him going to Lakers. That's where I had a problem with Kobe's at the end of his career, taking a 2-year, $50 million contract or whatever it was, and then the contract before that. It's no disrespect, Kobe. You were hurt, injured, and not the same player the last 5 years in the league. You took up money and roster space from young players that could have been developing there. It would have been really cool to have D'Angelo Russell. But guess what? You traded D'Angelo Russell to get Lonzo Ball, who you were about to flip because you got LeBron James. What kind of player development system is that?
Yeah, and
this is where the problem with the Lakers is, and I'm so glad that now basketball is exposing this because obviously baseball can't with the Yankees. And the Patriots are a different type of dynasty, so I give them a different type of respect. They don't win off of just exclusively getting incredible free agents. Yeah. They do a lot of their winning with homegrown solutions with a mix of underrated free agents. So I respect the way that they build. Yeah. But this big market team thing, I want everyone to look at what just happened in trade deadline. What has just happened recently with free agency for the Lakers, because my favorite part of this entire thing is that no one went to the Lakers before LeBron James did. No one. Not Paul George. No one. Dwight Howard. And that was on a trade.
Yeah.
In the last 6 years, no one. Even with Kobe Bryant still being there, no one was like, you know what? I think I want to go to the Lakers. I think they got some money for me. I want to go to the Lakers. Yeah, LeBron James decided to go because why? His life is in LA. His family, that's their off-season hub. His production company's there. His opportunities in Hollywood post NBA are there. It all makes sense for the LeBron James brand to be a Laker.
Yeah.
And then him winning as a Laker increases his brand tenfold.
Yeah.
So it all made sense from a LeBron standpoint, but from a basketball standpoint, it was one of the dumbest decisions ever. Because to me, people can say, well, Kawhi Leonard's going there. Okay, Kawhi Leonard seeing all of this that's going on, seeing this team, does he really think him and LeBron and a bunch of scrubs can go to the finals against the Warriors who have 5 All-Stars, who, even if they lose Durant and Boogie Cousins, will still have 3 All-Stars and money to rebuild around them?
Yeah, they'll. Even if they lose Durant and Boogie, they're exactly back where they started.
Where they started. They're back to a team that won 73 games, sans Harrison Barnes. They probably could get Harrison Barnes back on the cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is if you think people are seeing this season and going, man, if I was on the Lakers. No, people are like, they don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
And then you're open, like it's messy and sloppy. There's open reports about public trades and trade offers are on the table.
Yeah, you heard about Magic Johnson saying the only reason why he took Lonzo Ball was because Janine Buss. And now also you have LeVar Ball going on Undisputed, talking, saying like, "Oh, my son is better than LeBron James. Oh, I don't want LeVar. I don't want my son getting traded to the Pelicans. I want him to get traded to Phoenix." It's just a big.
I'll be honest. I know Phoenix hasn't called for him. I would love that though. Yeah. Like from a LeVar Ball says a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But from a basketball standpoint, it's funny how a lot of stuff he was very right about. LeBron coming to LA, LeBron and Lonzo playing well together, Lonzo being a great defender versus being an offensive player first.
Yeah.
He very much he is delusional at times, but he very much knows the game of basketball.
Yeah.
He is very correct that if Lonzo Ball was to go to Phoenix, it would be a game changer for Phoenix.
Yeah.
If Lonzo Ball...
Because it alleviates how much what Devin Booker has to do. It elevates DeAndre Ayton. Because Kyle Kuzma hasn't been the same since Lonzo Ball got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their chemistry, Lonzo knows Kuzma's spots. As a natural point guard, as a natural passer, his thing is to know his guys' spots on the floor.
Yeah.
He knows Kuzma's spots. He knows where these guys like the ball.
He knows where Ingram goes. He knows where Josh Hart goes.
That's why sending them anywhere as a package will make them stick together. That's why New Orleans would have been a great situation. I get it. New Orleans is like, we don't want any of those guys. I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you. New Orleans is stupid. And here's why. You're going to wait till the summer and get what trade package? The Celtics are playing you. They're not putting Jason Tatum in a trade package, my guy.
No, not at all.
They're not. Why? What leverage do you have on them to do that? Think about it. Boston was a game away from the finals, right?
Yeah.
You, at the Pelicans, the royal you of the Pelicans, only made it out the first round. Okay, right then and there, we're on two totally different ends of the expectation spectrum, right? Yeah. Okay, that right there. You could argue that Boston has two already established All-Stars, three if you count Al Horford. You have a chance for one more potential All-Star and a fringe All-Star in Jaylen Brown. So we have 5 pieces that if we offered anybody in the league, most people would take, even Gordon Hayward included. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people are like, well, he'll come here, he would get a chance to reshape himself back into form and become who he was.
Be out of the limelight and everything.
Exactly. Whereas there's only one tradable piece on your team, Anthony Davis. And Drew Holiday. Julius Randle is there, and now Mirotic is gone. Yeah. So you have 3 tradable pieces, 2 that are really kind of coveted. 2 that are kind of coveted in Randle and Holiday, and obviously Davis. So you don't have leverage there. So then in the summer, what are you going to threaten Boston with? Well, we'll just give him to, I don't know. You know what I mean? You trade him to Chicago or something for pick.
The Clippers.
Okay, you trade him to the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to re-sign long-term to the Clippers?
It's in L.A. Jerry West is the GM.
I just don't think the Clippers' chest. I don't think what the Clippers could offer would be as good as what the Lakers could offer. And people could laugh at me about that. I like Josh Hart a lot more than people do. Yeah. I think he was injured this year, but I think he's good off the bounce. He's a Jay Wright guy, so same thing is like at this day and age of being a Coach K 4-year guy, where like you know he can play defense, you know he can shoot the 3 ball, and you know he's going to be a smart, high IQ player. Lonzo Ball is a very underrated NBA player who, because of the fact that LeBron James is here, is losing limelight. Because of his father being growth. Exactly, and because of his father being an annoying pest who had for a while actually been out of the limelight, people tend to judge Lonzo with those same eyes that they judge LeVar with. Yeah. But I want people to really think out there, and people and all of our listeners to really hear this. Lonzo Ball is one of the best defensive point guards in the league. Point blank, period. He's also one of the best passing point guards in the league. Has his shot lagged behind from college? Yes, obviously. Is it Markelle Fultz bad? Is it Ben Simmons bad? Is it John Wall bad, who was an all-star point guard? Is it Jason Kidd bad for the first 10 years of his career? Like, you do not have to be an incredible shooter to be a great NBA player, especially if you are a pass-first player. Yeah. One of the difference between Lonzo Ball and Ben Simmons, you can have Lonzo Ball on the floor at the end of the game because he can hit a shot. They shoot around the same free throw percentage. What is truly the difference besides Ben being maybe a bit more athletically gifted, a bit bigger in size and stature? Their games are the same. It's incredible how people don't see that. Both very lanky, both very active in the passing lanes, both incredible passers, both great pick and roll players, both great court vision, both unselfish pass first type of players. The only difference I see personally is Lonzo Ball could actually hit a 3-pointer if necessary. Yeah, he can hit a jump shot if necessary.
And Ben is just bigger and can just impose his will in the perimeter.
Exactly. And even still, Ben is only 22 and gets bullied sometimes. But Ben is a big, like we talked about, 6'10", 250. Yeah. So that's a big kid. But Lonzo Ball is every bit as good as what Ben Simmons is. And I know people are like, what? That's crazy. Yeah, the only difference is the Sixers trusted Ben Simmons and gave him a franchise. Just look at their skill set. Look and imagine if we drafted Lonzo Ball and treated him how we treat Ben Simmons.
Or if any other franchise just would have drafted
Lonzo Ball. Exactly. LeVar gifted and cursed his son. He obviously gifted by saying, you're going to go to the Lakers. You're going to be the glitz and glam of LA. But going to the Lakers means if you ain't Kobe, if you ain't Shaq immediately, especially recently in years with D'Angelo, with Julius Randle, they're not giving kids time to develop. Yeah. Kobe Bryant averaged 8 points his rookie year. 8 points.
And the only reason why he was able to get away with that
because they had just gotten Shaq, so it didn't matter.
Well, and he was coming off the bench for Nick Van Exel.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It gave one of the best players in NBA history time to develop.
Yeah.
Why is it that in this day and age, and I won't even say in this day and age, only the Lakers seem to have not gotten at this NBA is there is 2 ways to win. You either draft and grow, a la the Thunder, a la Golden State, obviously is the
Celtics.
The Celtics. Like, you draft your guys, you grow and train them. The Lakers' old guard of, well, you just go get the best free agents and run with it, doesn't work anymore. The only reason the Heatles or the Celtics were built through a trade. The Heatles only worked because LeBron and Bosh and Wade were all boat buddies and homies, and they decided to take free agency into their hands to come together and make a super team. Yeah. But no one goes out and be like, Can you imagine 90 somebody be like, all right, I'm going to sign Barkley, I'm going to sign Clyde Drexler, and I'm going to get Gary Payton as our point guard. One, the money wouldn't be there. Two, the competitiveness would keep them from being like, I hate that guy. I'm not going to play with that guy. Like, I'm not saying I want people to hate each other in the league, but like, I love Giannis Antetokounmpo because something he said to me or said in the offseason stuck with me. And you can tell with the way Milwaukee has played this year and the way that they treated the trade deadline, Milwaukee could have went all in. What'd they do? Got something to support their guy, their stars. He said, I don't want to train with anybody in the offseason. I don't want these guys to see my moves or what they doing. I don't want to hang out. Like he doesn't hate anybody. I'm sure he sees him. He shows love. What's up? I'm going at y'all. I want to be better than y'all. I don't want to join y'all. I don't want to join forces to do this. I want to do this on my own. That's why if any team besides the Sixers would come out the East, I would love it to be Milwaukee. Because even though I don't know how well they match up, but defensively I think they'll give Golden State a fits. And also offensively with playing bud ball and spreading it out, I think that's the one way you beat it. It's been proven is isolations, which who's going to check Giannis. And as long as Giannis has driving lanes, which he'll create, if they're not there, he'll be able to kick and spread out. Yeah. I think that would give them trouble. And I think that would just make an interesting series because, like I said, even Draymond Green, I don't think anybody on that team can stop Giannis. Yeah. So if he goes off in that finals and he has some help from Middleton, it could be closer than people think.
If Middleton and Meredith just make the big shots,
exactly,
then it's going to be a long series.